Okay, Andre asked me to record a round at Olympic, and I'm going to do that for him, even though I hate this golf course for the same reason everybody else does. You can't see the trees, but they come into play and they ruin your day. My advice to anybody watching is don't ever play Olympic by choice. If there's a tournament that includes a round on Olympic, skip that tournament. I never, ever play this course by choice. If it comes up in a clash, take 4 hours off. And you will never see me set up a tournament on this course because it's just dumb. But we're going to play it because Andre asked us to. I'm playing it from the Tour Master tees because he's a Tour Master. And that's going to make it even harder for me because I don't ever play it from these tees, so I really don't know how the trees come into play. But we'll do our best. I do know that you can hit this tee shot with full backspin right into these trees and it always goes through them. You have to miss way right to hit these trees. This is obviously a beast of an approach shot, but it's downhill and this green doesn't break a lot, so this can still be a birdie. It's probably playing 217-ish with the elevation. It's probably playing about 230 with the wind. I think I'm going to hit a 3-iron, not really use much backspin, and see if I can squeeze the 230 out of it. You see how badly my meter is jumping? That started in like mid-November and has never gotten fixed. They broke it with an update. They've never fixed it because everybody at WGT is the spawn of Satan. But it's whatever. I try to make the best of it. All right, so this is a little over 12. Most people will tell you that the multiplier for 12 greens is 3/4 or 75%. So most people would hit this about 9. I'll probably hit it about 10. And I will miss the ding into the break slightly. And there you go. Made the birdie. All right. This is a little bit trickier when the wind is slightly right to left like it is right now because this fairway wants to bounce hard left. So I'm going to aim right edge and I'm going to try to miss the ding a little bit late to offset the wind and try to get a straight-ish bounce, kind of like that. And you really want to be in the fairway for these sharply uphill approach shots. If you're hitting these out of the rough, you're almost never going to get them close. So this one's playing about 124 with the elevation. It's probably playing about 132 or 3 with the wind. I'm probably just going to go ahead and hit this 135 club full with a little backspin. See where it ends up. It might be a little deep. Yeah, it's a little deep. I thought maybe I should lay off it by a yard or two, but I was lazy and didn't. So now I have to make this somewhat tricky putt. So it's an 8-footer. Conventional wisdom would be to hit it 6. As usual, I will hit it a little stronger than that, probably more like 7 and change. I will miss the ding into the break. And I will make birdie. Now, I don't know how to play this from these tees, but it looks like it plays 215-ish after the elevation adjustment, and it's probably going to play about 205 to 210 with the wind. So I'm going to hit my 210 club full. I'm going to leave it aimed right at the pin because the wind is going to the left. And really where I want to miss this is a little long of the pin and a little left, at least pin high and 15 feet left of the pin. You do not ever want to mess with the bunkers long or short right, and you don't ever want to go down that hill to the right. And you really don't also want to end up down here either, because then you have to putt across this brow of the bunker and it's a beating. Where you want to be is right about where my marker is. So I'm going to leave it here, let the wind take it over to the left. Now, with that wind and elevation, that should have been pin high or longer. And if I were this far left of the hole but pin high or longer, it's almost a dead straight putt, which is what I was looking for. Because it somehow mysteriously came up miles short of where it should have, I have to putt over this brow I was just talking about. So we'll see how this goes. This putt breaks a lot more than it looks. You almost can't play enough break here. When it gets near the hole, it's going almost straight sideways. So it's playing about 20. I'll play at about 15. I'll miss the ding into the break a little bit. Oh, come on. There we go. But you saw I had to play probably 6-7 feet of break there. That putt breaks a ton. All right, this hole, there are trees over here on the left that I know from the back tees I can use full backspin and go straight over the top of them every time. But from these tees, I'm pretty sure I'm close enough that I can't get the ball up fast enough. And as a result, I'm almost certain that if I hit up into here like I normally would, or even up into here, I'm almost positive I'm going to hit those trees. So what I'm going to do is take my medicine, and I'm going to hit a 3-wood down here into the bottom part. It's still not a long approach shot, and I just don't want to mess with those trees. So it's playing about 150, it looks like, once you factor in the elevation, which is about 9, which gets me to 145, and then the wind, I think it's playing about 150. Yeah, that was pretty accurate. The wind was taking it slightly right to left, and I did not account for that because I was being lazy, which is why I missed way left. But it's still an easy putt. So the putt's about 3. A lot of people will get really scared and baby this. I'm not wired that way. I'm going to hit it over 100%. I'm going to hit it 4 and just pound it down the hill and right into the hole. I am not going to be worried about missing that putt. All right, this hole, from the way back tees, there's a limb that hangs over the tee box that comes into play on every single tee shot. If you don't plan for it, you will hit it 100% of the time. From that way back tee box, if anyone's wondering, the way I've learned to play this hole is I aim into this really dark shaded patch right here, and I hit it with full topspin, and it goes just under that limb and just far enough right that it misses the piece of that limb that's hanging down. But from these tees, I don't think that limb is a factor. So I'm going to play this a little more like I normally would. Now it is downhill and downwind, and I don't want to go in that through the fairway and into the rough on the left side, so probably going to hit it right here. And if anything, I'm going to miss a little late because, again, I don't want to go left and through the fairway into the rough. But once you've successfully navigated that corner, this is a short-ish shot and relatively simple. Playing about 132. With the wind, it's probably playing about 127. We'll hit this right about here. I thought that would be good. I'm not sure what's wrong with it. Way, way, way short. That was just complete and utter garbage. Either I've suddenly gone back to having second grade math skills, or everybody at WGT should burn in a fire, because that shouldn't have happened. I'm pretty sure it's the second one. All right, so this is what I forgot. 18, 19, 22 feet. Playing about 22 feet, breaks a lot. So 3/4 would be 17-ish. Miss the ding into the break. And you gotta be kidding me. Oh my God. If I could kill everybody at WGT, I would. They boned me so hard on this hole. All right. That's really, really irritating. I hit every single shot on that hole perfectly and did not make a birdie. And to be clear, I don't mind making pars or bogeys if I play like shit. But when I play perfectly, I expect to make birdie or better. If every single shot is absolutely stone perfect, there's no way I should make a par. And that's what just happened. All right, 119, probably 115 with the wind. Missed the ding slightly into the wind. Okay, so I didn't forget to do math. Forget how to do math. That's a relief. Maybe my Ivy League education was worth it. That one hole's going to stick in my craw the rest of the night. That is so irritating. Now, I'm really not sure how to play this from these tees. I have a feeling if I try to get all the way up onto the top, it's probably going to go miles long. But I'm just going to hit this with full backspin and see what happens. You saw the meter glitch again right there? God damn it. They're probably never going to fix that. But it makes the game almost unplayable from my perspective. All right, so I always pitch these, and I'm trying to hold them. So I'm kind of reading it like a putt, the 17-yard pitch. Out of a 30-40 lie, I like to use full backspin with it because it's still going to roll out pretty well. We'll pull the pin. Not quite. Not good enough. But if you aim small, meaning try to make it, you'll probably miss small, meaning you'll have a gimme instead of... If you're just trying to get that shot from the rough to within 5 feet, next you know you have 8 feet and now you've got a tester. If you're trying to make it and you flub it like I did, you're still only 2 feet away. All right, this is about 195. So it should be just a full 5-iron. Missed the ding into the wind a little bit. Just like that. I mean, that's kind of a ho-hum shot because it was just the perfect distance for the full club. So that's one you don't even really have to think about. Again, on these short ones, we just hammer them in. We don't get scared. Now, this hole I've always kind of hated because the approach shot never seems to travel the distance that you think it will. It always seems to play long. But then if you play for that, it goes long. So the approach here, it's almost like if you do the math right and play for the right yardage, you come up 6 yards short. But if you add 6 yards to make up for that, suddenly you go 6 yards long. Like, it's just stupid. So this is 149. With the wind, it's probably about 157, which is 95% of this 165 club. I'll add a little bit more there, about 160. Missed the ding slightly into the wind, and there you go, 6 yards short. It's freaking retarded. But if I add another 5 yards onto that shot, it'll be in the rough long, which is even worse. So I hate this hole. This hole never plays true to the yardage. All right, so it's just short of 16. So most folks will tell you to hit it 12. I'll probably hit it 12 and a half, which is 25% of my 50-yarder. I'll miss the ding into the break, and we'll see if we can't end on a high note here. Come on. No, fuck you. I hate everybody at WGT. Anyway, they boned me super hard that 9, and I still shot 7 under, so it wasn't terrible. And hopefully the 2 holes that I butchered and made pars, you could at least see how you should have played those holes. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of that. What do we do? We missed one fairway, looks like. Approach shots, average of 3 yards, 9 feet. That's not terrible. I, I didn't make any putts. That's sort of annoying. But I guess I made one putt, the 24 footer. But anyway, that's that. Hopefully it helps.